Faisal bin Badr Saab from Australia. He's a qualified engineer and an experienced management professional who has worn many hats during his career as a strategist, management consultant, business system developer, entrepreneur. He is also a serial entrepreneur, practical experience of multiple entrepreneurial initiatives. So welcome, Faisal bin Badr Saab, and you may start your session. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Azhar Saab, for giving me the opportunity, and thank you all IBA team, and I must appreciate the way you have conducted all this session. This is the final concluding session, and I can see that we have participants from Pakistan and from abroad, from many other countries, and it's very encouraging to see the whole list of participants. I hope more are enjoying. Hello, Dr. Hans, how are you? Special thanks to you. I've been enjoying your company all the time, and your advices and your visionary statements. Today I have selected, because it was the last session, so I have decided to give it a name of Leap of Faith, because entrepreneurship is, to me, it's not something that we can get taught or learn. It is a doing thing. It's not an academic thing. So we have done so many theories and so many case studies, so many practical studies of many entrepreneurs, many successful people. And now is the time to get into the practical world. That's what I would say, that being a participant of this course, now is your time to take a leap of faith. What is a leap of faith? Leap of faith is something that you take without having a concrete base, a concrete proof, a known outcome of that particular step that you take. And you have faith on something, somebody or something will get you the results, but you don't have all the concrete proof. So that's what leap of faith is. And today's session will be basically about something that we do, we have not done before during this course. So we will not discuss any theories here. We will not discuss any success stories here. We will not discuss about others in this session today. It will be, and there will be no test. The good thing is there will be no test. So what will be them? It will not be theories, it will not be concepts, it will not be success stories. So what we will do? That's what we will do. We will discuss our stories today. So this session is all about you, me, and we. So we will discuss us. We will discuss our leap of faith, our failures, our successes, our attempts, and all the entrepreneurial mindset that we have got during this course. So it is our time, first of all. I need your more and more participation in this course, your reflections. How did it go? What did you learn? What did you unlearn? That's more important. And to make it more interesting, more competitive, and more participating, what I have done is that Ms. Javiria is with me, who will be doing the countdown timer. So I will give you opportunity to participate in different steps at different phases of this session, where a timer will be on the screen, and during that timer time you have to respond by typing, by asking, whatever way we'll go along. So one thing is that a new thing that will be introduced is the timer, and within that specified time you need to mention whatever you want to do, and there will be some rewards from the IBA team for participation. Those who participate more will be given some rewards regarding class participation, so that there will be a difference for those who participate and who do not. Okay, with this preamble, now let's move to the first activity. So for this activity, I request all of you, including all the participants and organizers, to let's take a leap of faith and see what exactly you can choose which word you can choose to introduce yourself. So the first thing I would like you to do is to go to the renaming option of your name and pick up one preamble for your name. Let's suppose it can be reliable Asghar or talented Javeria or anything that you want to put with your name so that your name can be understood and your one attribute of your personality can be understood. It cannot be, it can be from this list, it can be from anywhere, but I want to see that how you want to describe yourself, which one word you want to pick up to describe yourself. So Javier, may I ask you to start the counter, please? I am stopping to share, and then you can share the counter.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Ms. Javeria, is it are you showing us the counter?
Is my
30-second.
screen
Can you
visible?
please select the 30-second counter?
Okay, okay. Uh,
Okay, if it is creating some problem, we can do
and
it manually. Is it okay?
yeah, let me set the time. I think I can't
Okay,
find where to set the time.
yeah, you can prepare
Actually,
it for the
sir,
next
I
video.
was trying this yesterday as well, and I couldn't switch on the timer. So can we try the Google timer because that's more
And
convenient and
anyone,
simple?
you can try
Yeah.
anyone, and
So
we
we
can
just
use it
go
for
on to
the
the
next
Google
activity.
timer.
Yeah, we can
That's more
use it for
direct.
the next activity. You can
Okay,
just stop
okay.
sharing it so that I can start it. All right, participants, I will be the first one to do, and I would like you to rename yourself so that we can understand you through the attributes, through the quality, through the characteristic, which you think that is that explains you well. So, and all of you can do that. It will be a good check to see who is practically here and who is just logged in and not present. Wonderful. I can see determined Nazreen. I can see honest Isha. Good. I can see one strong. That's good. I hope other. I can see one humble, Azad, ambitious Rutba, loyal Shifa, determined Kamran, trustworthy Nimi. That's good. So that's good. So it's good that we know how we want to introduce ourselves. Right. So let's move ahead. Okay. So let me tell you about one story, the first story from my side. It's the story of IBA and it's the story of my daughter, my 15-year-old daughter. She joined the course, the teen entrepreneurship course last month. And because I had full faith on IBA faculty and the team, I asked her to do that, and she was a participant of that course. And according to Australia time, it started at 10 p.m. and it finished at 1 a.m. for continuous 3 weeks. So it was a difficult time for her. She had to go to school in the morning, and late night she had to attend the course. But she was one of the most participating member of that course. The first day when she joined the course and she was just getting introduction like you all did. After 1 hour, when I came back and saw her doing something on the mobile, I asked her, what's happening? You're not attending the course? She told me that, oh, we are attending the course, but there is one thing that we have created. I asked, what is that? She said that apart from the official chat box and official communicating channel, all the 80 participants, they created an Instagram group of participants only, and they were communicating on that parallel session, on that parallel group with each other. So within 1 hour, 80 people from all over the world, unknown to each other, they created a group and they were communicating with each other. And that made me realize that how fast these millennials and Generation Z can think and act. So that was one, I was happy to see that they can create something, they can move ahead. Now, may I ask any one of you if you have done anything like that? Any of the participants, you can please tell me, and you can type here if anyone has, you can type on the chat box if anyone has made any connection, any networking, because networking is one of the most important thing of this session and of an entrepreneurship. As an entrepreneur, your networks gives you much more stretch towards your aim. So any one of you has made any of good, Yuzi? Yes. Oh, wonderful. So there is something in parallel going on. Wonderful. That's good. Okay. So let's do one small activity. And for this activity, I will ask you to yes, for this one, I would like you to greet your fellow entrepreneurs over here. And I can see that there are participants from Pakistan and there are participants from abroad as well. So what we will do is that we all will unmute ourselves, and one by one, first of all the Pakistani fellows, all the Pakistani entrepreneurs will greet the foreigner entrepreneurs by saying Assalamu alaikum, that is, may peace be upon you. And then in the next step, all the foreigner entrepreneurs will greet in their local language to the Pakistani entrepreneurs. So if you all are ready, I would like all of you to unmute yourself, please. And then on my count, first Pakistani entrepreneurs will greet others, and then others will greet Pakistani entrepreneurs. Please unmute yourself.
Assalamualaikum.
Wait, please, just unmute yourself and we will say it together.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, so I can see most of them are all right. So on my count, I'll say 3, 2, 1, and then we all will say Assalamu alaikum together to our foreign friends, right? So on my count, 3, 2, 1. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, now I would request all the foreign participants in your own language, please, you can greet the participants from Pakistan. You can unmute yourself. Unmute. Okay, Christopher is here. Parmada is here, and others are here. Okay, so in your own language, on my count from 3 to 1, and then you can greet your fellow entrepreneurs from Pakistan. So on my count, 3, 2, 1, go. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, now you can mute yourself so that we can move ahead because we have short time and we need to complete a lot of things today. A lot of stories, a lot of things to complete. So now my next thing to ask you is that what is your major takeaway from this course? What did you learn? Please type in your type box, a chat box, what is the one word or one sentence or few things that you want to say about the course and what is your major takeaway? In next 30 seconds, please participate here, and your participation is counted, so please respond. To think out of the box, burden and effectuation, wonderful. Quick recap of everything, how to start a business with little money, importance of a single idea. It helped you build a pathway towards what you wanted to start, observe opportunities, take everything step by step. That's good. I learned how to identify opportunities. If we are shy, we will miss a lot of opportunity, or bird in hand, we will get bird in hand. Maimon strategy, be part of something that makes a difference. Entrepreneurial concepts, good. Good, okay. So in a nutshell, if I say that there are two things that happened within you, and I'm sharing those two things with you, you will tell me that does it happen with you, did it happen with you or not? So the first thing is a major shift in your attitude. From the negative mindset, it has moved to the positive mindset. You have started thinking positively, you have started thinking about creating a positive change in the society, and stop thinking negative and start thinking positively. Is it a yes or no? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
You can type it in all the responses, you can type so that we can see all the responses here. That's wonderful. I can see a big yes from everyone. That's good. And the other thing that I can see, only positive thinking is not enough. There is one thing we need more, and that is this thing. From I can't to I can. So positive thinking with a determination to do something, to create something, to do and to overcome our fears. Now, when we talk about the fears, there are two things that I want to share, and there's a story that I want to share with you. In fact, we are born with only two fears. Can anyone tell me which are the two fears? So you have to respond by typing so that we can move ahead. Any guess? What are the two fears we are born with at the time of birth? Fear of failure, fear of hurts, fear of survival, failure. Okay, wonderful. Let me share you what psychologists say. They say that when we are born, we have only two fears: fear of falling and fear of loud noise. And with this, I would like to share a story of another kid, my son, who was, it's not a picture of my son, but my son who was at that time 1 year old only. And when I read this fear of falling, that means I wanted to experiment that how a 1 year old kid is has the fear of falling. So when we were in the park, I put it on the big rock, who was double his height, and I asked him that I am standing in front and I want you to jump, I will catch you. At the first step, he said, oh, oops. His expression was, oh, I cannot. But when I asked again, he jumped on me. I was happy. And I was astonished to see that I knew that he had the fear of falling, but he took the leap of faith, and he had the trust on me, faith on me, and he jumped. So that was one thing that I learned, that being a kid, you can take leap of faith easily. Now, coming to our successful corporate people. Can anyone tell me what's the fear of the corporate mindset? When we grow old, we learn about many fears. We grow old and we learn about the fear of failure and all this. What are all fears that we learn during developing a corporate mindset? The one that we learn during IBS and LUMS and all the big universities and schools. What are those fears? Please, not making profit, wrong decision. Fear of chair, good, good. Anyone else? Yes, fear of loss. Okay. All right, taking uncalculated risk. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. All right. I had this thing in mind that what type of mind is a corporate mindset and what type of being unable to keep up with the status quo. Yes, good. What are the real fears of the corporate mindset? And I got the answer one day. I was sitting with one of the head of HR of one of the multinationals in Pakistan during one session, during one conference. And I just asked him, he was the one who took the leap of faith, who left his job recently and from a big office and thousands of people to manage, he moved to a small room and started his own consultancy. And so I asked him, what is the exact fear during this whole process when you were leaving? He told me that at the director level, at the board level, do you know that every one of us had one big plan? We know how to plan, we have resources, we have all the things, and we have one big plan that we will leave this job and we will do this. And we all had this plan. And he told me that it took me around 2 years to leave this position, leave this organization, and act according to which plan. I asked that, what was your biggest fear? And this is what he said me. He told me that the biggest fear was to leave the perks and the Mercedes that the company gave him. So the perks and Merc was the biggest fear for him and for the corporate mindset, that if we do that, if we take the leap of faith, what will happen? How would we manage? How would we run our house? How would we manage the fees of our kids? How would we manage all the things? So this is what the fear of not being successful, not being recognized. You understand that when you are managing thousands of people under you and then suddenly you are all alone in a small room, it was a big fear. So that's what is the corporate mindset fear, and that's what we develop according to our studies, our regular formal studies. Now, as an entrepreneur, what should we do? Again, another story that I would like to share with you. This is a story of 3 village kids. These are the village kids. In their village, there was no pool or no lake or canal or anywhere where they can learn to swim. So they decided to go to city one day and go to the swimming pool. And what they did is that they went to the swimming pool and they saw many people swimming over there. So these 3 kids say, wow, it's a big place and it's a good swimming pool and we should swim as well. Okay, so now the 3 kids did something different from each other. The first kid said, oh, I cannot do that. There'll be no ground under me and I'll be drowned. So he stepped back and he said that, no, sorry, I cannot swim. I don't know swimming and I cannot swim. I am good like that. I don't want to swim. So he just stepped back. The second one said, oh, so many people are swimming over here. So many people are here who are doing it. If they can do it, I can also do it. And what he did, he just went into the swimming pool here and he jumped. What would have happened to the person who do not know swimming and he jumped into the swimming pool? Obviously, he was drowning. So when he was drowning, people helped him and then took him out. The third one was a clever one. He had some entrepreneurial mindset. He said that I want to swim. I can, if they can, then I can also do, but there must be a way to learn how to swim. So he went to the shallow side and he saw people are walking on that side they are learning to swim. They are newcomers over there. So what he said that, okay, this is the place where I can get into the water, but I will not be drawn. So he went into the shallow side, asked someone for help, and then through this help, he learned to swim, and after some time, he was swimming in the swimming pool. So there are 3 approaches when a situation comes to you. You can step back and say, sorry, I cannot. You can just jump into the water and get drowned because you don't know what to do. Or the third one is a smart one, where you can first see, learn, observe, and get under the mentorship, under the help of others. When you learn the tricks of the trade, you can go ahead. So it's a step-by-step, baby step process. That's how entrepreneurs, smart entrepreneurs work. And when we say that successful entrepreneurs, their life is full of failures as well. It's not that successful entrepreneurs are only successful. Their life is full of failure, but they learn it by introducing themselves. And they learn it. We'll talk about failure afterwards, and we'll talk in detail about what the failure is and how they give you something. I'll share with you another story that one day I asked one of the doctors a few years back, I want some medicine which can increase my immune system. So because I was feeling that I'm getting weak and I could catch cold quickly. So I asked him that I want some medicine so that I can increase my immune system. The doctor said that unfortunately there is no medicine that can increase the immune system. Basically, immune system is developed when you get exposed to that particular disease or particular environment where you can do this. Then when you get exposed, then you get the idea of that and your body get prepared for that. For me, entrepreneurship is also like that. It's like an immune system. You cannot just stay away from that, study in the books and learn that. You have to get into that. You have to attempt, you have to try, and you have to get some failures, some successes, some lessons learned, and then that's how you learn. So it's a doing thing. It's not an academic thing. It's a practical thing. Okay, so a lot of stories about different situations. Now, what I would like you to say is that, okay, what can you see in these two pictures? Please type and respond. There are two pictures that I've shared with you, and here is an advice for all of you in these two pictures. Big ball and small balls, big ball, small ball, metal ball and rubber ball, very good. Rubber ball and a steel ball, wonderful. So there is a rubber ball and there is a steel ball, and there is a story again. Bouncy metal ball, and a person who wanted to learn how entrepreneurs work and what is entrepreneurship all about went to a successful entrepreneur and asked him that how I should learn to be an entrepreneur. That person, that seasoned entrepreneur, bring out from his table two type of balls. One was, in one hand was the metal ball and one hand was the rubber ball. He said that entrepreneurship is something that will give you a lot of failures and successes, and it's your choice how you want to be. You want to be a metal ball or a rubber ball. What he did was he threw the metal ball, dropped it on the ground. The floor was tiled and the tile cracked and a lot of noise came. So what he said that this is what normally people do when they get to the bottom, when they get failed. They create a noise, hue and cry. They damage the surroundings. They damage like this metal ball, damage the tiles, and they do not come back. The metal ball did not come back. So he said that this is the thing that normally people do. They create hue and cry, lot of noise, lot of sorrow and hopelessness, and do not try to come back. And then he dropped this bouncy rubber ball and said that, okay, look, this is how entrepreneurs work. When they get the failure, when they get to the bottom, what they do, they basically bounce back with more emphasis, speed and more force, more power, and they get into the better position because now they have learned from their failures and now they can do better and then they can learn new things in their life. So this is what entrepreneurs advice is to that person. And something similar is the advice I got when I was doing one international venture and I got the failure in that. It was actually some sort of fraud because of which I ended up in some lot of debt from my raw material providers, and then after that I didn't know I was in debt of millions of rupees, and I didn't know what to do at that time. uh, the first reaction was that I was not going to those people from whom I have taken the loan or the material or all the things that anybody who I had to give them back to. So for some time I didn't show up. I stopped picking up their phones because I was ashamed that how I would give them money back. After some time I went to them, and there's one lesson that he told me. He told me that look, I am in the market for last 30-40 years, and I have been giving raw materials to many people like you, and I know that in business there are ups and downs. The one thing that you need to learn, which will help you, and this is the advice that I'm sharing with all of you. He advised me that whenever that thing happens, whenever any bad patch in your entrepreneurship happens, don't go away, don't remove yourself from the scene, and don't stop showing yourself to others. Keep in touch. We know that you have done that. You're not the first one. It happens to many people, but we should have the confidence that whenever you grow again, you will give it back to us. So that is one lesson that I learned, that never hide yourself when you are in a problem, when you are in a situation where you cannot return money or loan or whatever you want to do. Keep in touch. And the second advice that I got from one of my cousins at that time of failure is that when I asked him that, oh, this has happened to me, he told me that, oops, you are in the best position of your life. I asked him, I have lost so much money, I have so much credit on my head, I have to return so much money and lots of problems in my life, and you are saying you are in the best place of your life. He said that as an entrepreneur, as a business person, you cannot go any further down. The only place, the only direction you go to is you can go up. You have learned from your failure, you can go up. So these are the two lessons I apply all the time in my life, and I can see that whenever I try to be a bouncy ball like this rubber ball, I succeeded in my next one, and my next venture is bigger than my last failure. Okay. What happened? The screen stuck.
You need to reshare the screen if you.
Okay, I'm stopping to share and then reshare it. Okay. All right, something about me. I have told you the stories, many stories, but something about me. My life, if I explain myself, I'm a multidimensional person. I'm doing my PhD over here in Australia in education technology. I have been teaching in Pakistan and here as well, business students of BBA, MBA level. And I was in Navy for 30 years. I've served in Navy for 30 years. I was Associate Dean in NUST, and I am a consultant, trainer, and many other hats that I have worn. But today, what I want to share with you is my one aspect of life, And whenever I go to any place, I mean for any lecture and as an entrepreneur. So this is what my first slide is. So I introduce myself as a proud failure, journey of a serial entrepreneur. I am a proud failure and I am a serial entrepreneur for the last 25 years. I have done many ventures, and because of the paucity of time, I cannot share all the things with you here. But I would just like to share my childhood, how it all happened, started, and one of my ventures, so that you can learn some lessons from there if you like. So in the childhood, as early as I can remember that I used to buy grocery for my house. As a kid, there used to be a market called, nowadays it happens also, it's called Sunday market. At that time, it was a Friday market, the Juma Bazaar. So I used to go there for vegetables, to buy vegetables and other grocery item for my for my family when I was in class 5, class 6. And I had the passion, since beginning, I had the passion to read books. But we were very poor and I could not buy books. I could not afford to buy books because I didn't have any pocket money or something like that. But I had to buy the books. I had to read the books. What I used to do, there was a book stall over there in that Sunday Bazaar. And I wanted to buy books. I didn't have money. What I used to do then I used to go to all the vegetable shops and grocery shops to ask for the prices. Let's suppose if I have to buy potato, so I will go to all 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vendors, and I will ask them, okay, how much a kilo is that? And I will negotiate with them. So maybe from one of the vendors, I can save few pennies. For the next thing, I do the same. For the next thing, I do the same. So after 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, I could save some money so that I could buy the book. So that was my first bargain, my first negotiation that I can remember that I used to do to get my goals achieved. I will share one of my ventures with you. Okay, your response needed. How many of you have practically seen it, touch it, or sit on this bean bag that poof the seats? Please respond. Yes or no? That's good. That's good. I can see that you are here. All right. So it's an interesting story. I'll try to go quick because I have very less time left. It was in late 90s when in Karachi, one of the shops brought this bean bag, and it was Azra Saab, how much time is left, please?
So you have 10 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so I'll be quick. So in late 90s in Karachi, one shop brought this bean bags, imported bean bags from somewhere, and I went there and I sat on the bean bag and I liked that. I said that okay, I want it. So but I didn't have money. Again, the same thing. I went to that shop and I went to that shop, start sitting, I start checking what is the material and all this thing, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 6 time. And by that time, I got to know that what type of stitching is there, what type of material is there, what type of thing is inside there. All the things like a customer, I have searched for everything. I didn't have money to buy that thing because at that time it was very expensive. And my background is that I don't know how to stitch. I don't know even how to stitch this button. That was my background. But I decided that I had to have that. I contacted one of the tailors who agreed to stitch it for me. I went to the market, went to the research and found out the material outside and inside, and finally got one made for my house. So I was very happy, and I got that made. And people used to come there, when guests used to come, they say, oh, from where you have bought that? I proudly used to tell them, oh, I made it myself. After some time, then I thought that I should go ahead with this, and others also need that. Then I started my research, all type of research for next 3-4 months about the materials, about the stitching pattern and all that. Then I made a small stitching unit, and I started stitching that thing, and I started to sell those things locally. And then one day, one importer came from other country to me, and he said that, oh, I want these things for the other country. I think it was UAE. So for UAE, okay, so I got one order, and afterwards I started getting some other orders. I'm going quick because we have lack of time. So what happened is that after that, one day a big order came to me. It was an order of around, it was a big order, and I didn't have any stitching facility or any development manufacturing facility at that time. I could say, like the first boy in the village boy, sorry, I cannot do that. I could say, okay, I know how to swim. I could have jumped. Yes, I can do that. I can provide you that. But I opted for the third option, and I said that, okay, give me some time. I'll respond to you in a week's time. Then I started searching. I started contacting my contacts. I came to know that there is one garments factory which is closed, and they have a lot of machines, and the labor is also not working. I talked to that person, the manufacturer, the owners of that factory, and he agreed to give me that factory. And I took the order, and with the team of 100 manufacturing team members, I started manufacturing that. So from one bean bag that I could not afford, I was able to export the bean bags to all over the world. And at one time, I had one of the biggest options for regarding the color, designs, and sizes of the bean bags that I could offer to anybody in the world. So that was one of the things that was one of my entrepreneurial story. Okay, now one thing that changed my mind. After earning a lot of money, a lot of businesses, a lot of failures, a lot of successes, there was one thing missing in my life. I was not getting satisfied with these things. I was always urging for more and more and more. There was a turning point in my life when this happened. I started thinking that what is the measure of success of my life? How I will measure that? It's about number of entrepreneurial ventures that I had, the bank balance, or what? And one incident took me to this thing. It made me realize that our life is what we give to others. And it's not about getting, it's about giving. So, and there's one golden triangle rule that I learned. Oops, stuck up again. Yes, there's one golden triangle rule that I learned in that phase of my life, that when you give to needy, your time, your efforts, your money, your skills, your capabilities, whenever you give without accepting anything, without expecting anything from anyone else, then the one who you give it to gives the gratitude and says the gratitude, and that gratitudes go to the Creator, to the Lord, to the God, and whosoever we believe in. And that Lord, that Creator, has the perfect accounting system. He do not keep things to himself. He returns it back with a big amplifying thing. So this is what I learned, and I want to share with you. When you give, it creates a gratitude, and gratitudes go up. And from there comes a big reward with an amplification. And then you get it back. And that was my turning point of my life. And I started giving to others. I looked into that, how I can give back to my society, how I can understand how I can be the best giver in the society. And from there, my direction, my passion turned from getting to giving. And this is what made me do my next entrepreneurial ventures. Okay, so now for you to share your story, and I would like you to ask, what's your story? In few words, if you can tell me. We can take up to 3-4 stories. Just type your story and share with us what was the leap of faith that you took, what was the failure that made you learn something, what was your success story. Anybody want to share? Please. We have few seconds and you can type it over here. Okay, so we can you can keep typing and you can share it with us afterwards. I am skipping some part of my presentation. Maybe afterwards we can share it afterwards. Now I will share with you my latest passion to give back to society in terms of education. This is my passion. I want to train. I want to educate people, and particularly those who do not get education in normal circumstances. Regarding the education, I would like to share with you some of the interesting facts. Look at this map and quickly label this map. What title would you give to this map? Any idea? What should be the title of this map? World map, okay, good. What else? Colonization, good. You're getting closer. Great, okay. I'll take one more response before moving ahead. History of the world through your perspective. Wonderful. So you are right on the track. This is the world map of European colonization of the world, and it shows that during the last 500 years, Europe captured 84% or more of the world, the whole world. And at that time in 1500s, Europe was the weakest civilization. They were a strong civilization. At that time, it was China, Chinese civilization, Indian civilization, Ottoman Empire, Roman Empire, but the weakest part was this Western Europe, which ultimately captured the whole world. I got interested at why it happened. And then I saw some trends. This was a trend of around 200 years from the start going up and coming down. This was the first one is for the Dutch people, then came the UK Great Britain people, and then the American people. So it's a commonality of 200 years of going up and coming down, touching the bottom. During these 200 years, I researched more and I found out that there is one thing that is happening with all the nations that captured the world or those who ruled the world. This is the blue line, the first line, blue line in the first 50 to 100 years. That is one thing that is the initiator, trigger point of all the nations. So what is this blue line? This is education. So all the nations during the last 500 years, those who became the ruler of the world, who captured the world, who controlled the world, their early move was to be on the peak or giving the best of education to their countrymen and all the other people. So this was where I learned this. Now I will share another map with you, and what you can see in this map. This is especially for the Pakistani one. This is the map which turned my life. I actually came to do PhD in Australia, and I got the admission in PhD in entrepreneurship, and my topic was about the topic Jugaad. That is in English it is called bricolage. I got the admission, but this map changed my life. I said that no, I should do something with this. What you can see in this map, one thing especially for the Pakistani participants, what is special in this map? Please, type your responses. Effects of British colonization. Okay. Unfortunately, it's not. It is basically the map which is showing that unfortunately Pakistan is one of the few countries in the world with very low level of education and very high number of out of school children. So you can see in the whole Asian side, wherever they got the data collected, Pakistan is the one where it's only in red one. That means the highest concentration of out of school children. Anybody has any idea? Just guess. What percentage of secondary school age children are not going to school? So another guess from all of you. Can you guess that how much percentage of secondary school age children are not going to school in Pakistan? 20 to 40, go a bit high. 65, 60, 40, 50, 50, 70. Okay. Let me share with you. 77% of secondary school age children do not go to school in Pakistan. Unfortunately, Pakistan has the highest number of population of people not going to school, and that was my turning point, that I said that I have to do something for that. In my capacity, I want to do something for that. So this was the turning point, and from here I started my PhD and my practical project to educate out of school children in Pakistan. I am running a project. I started it alone, and afterwards what happened is that ultimately for the last 5 years I am working on that, and alhamdulillah now we are in the capacity. It's because of the COVID-19 that we have stopped, otherwise we had started our primary project, schooling project. We want to educate those children through the digital means, through homeschooling and different other things. And now I would like to share with you one of the pitches that I gave.
Can you wind up to 1 minute?
So this is one of the pitches that I gave in my university presentation, which got the first prize, and I would like to share with all of you. So this is what is the state of affairs about the out-of-school children in Pakistan.
Hi, I'm to earn for my family. Hi, I'm Sarah. I live in a village. There's no school here. We want to go to school, but do not have the means to study.
Sarah and Ali are among 263 million children who do not complete their education. And despite extensive global efforts, 1 out of every 5 children are out of school. There is a need to rethink ways to educate them. My research aims to learn their socio-cultural and economic limitations through stakeholder interviews and survey questionnaire, and accordingly develop sustainable and adaptable learning solutions by integrating educational technology with homeschooling and one-room schoolhouse practices. Enabling digital education at home and novel contexts will provide hope to the out-of-school children globally.
Okay. So with this, I would like to conclude my session, and by offering you your services, your time, your efforts. Anybody who want to join me in my noble effort to educate these children, I need all of you. I need any one of you, wherever you are from, wherever part of the world you are, because it's not only for Pakistan, I am doing it in other parts of the world as well. So anybody wants to join me can join me. I would share my details with you, and it will be a noble cause. And at the end, about my entrepreneurial journey and the stories, I can explain it in this one verse. And
ओके सर फैसल साहब हमारे एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर साहब तशरीफ ले आए
last slide.
जी जी तो बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम
Okay, So this is what I am, if I can explain myself. मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल मगर मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल मगर लोग साथ आते गए और कारवां बनता गया. That means that I started my journey alone towards my destination, but people keep connecting to myself, and it became a complete caravan, a complete group, and that's how I can explain my journeys.
Thank you very much, Jazakallah.
Thank you very much. And
Okay, ji, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This was Faisal bin Badr from Australia right now, and he's an IB graduate studying. He's doing his PhD, and he's part of the this international summer school. I would like to welcome Dr. Akbar Azadi Saab. Dr. Azadi Saab, Assalamu alaikum, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And Dr. Saab has only 15 minutes for us. And it's a great honor, sir. I appreciate you spared some time. And can I take 3-4 minutes to introduce about this summer school?
Please do, please. I'm already so intrigued by the names people have chosen. Futuristic Faisal. Nazreen had a name which she's removed now. She had a different name. So I like the name that people have chosen. It's very dynamic. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, exactly, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So this story of the International Summer School started, sir, way back in 2012 when IB had an MOU with Babson College. And so, and we had a faculty and exchange program, sir, and people like 7 faculty members and 5-6 students went there. So when these people were going there, we asked them, hey, gentlemen, we're not only going to learn, we're also going to share. So let's go with this intention that we will add value as well. So this whole story, I think the credit goes to a few people. One is our student Hassan, and there are a few people. This is his name is Bob Stringer. This Bob Stringer professor came to Pakistan on our invitation without any money. And that was instrumental in going for that long-lasting friendship and development of this international summer school. The second lady which I owe a lot is Mrs. Uli. Dr. Uli, she's a professor of entrepreneurship. She's a German. And since I could talk in German, she became a very close friend of IBA, and she came from IBA. So both of them came to IBA in 2014, and that laid the foundation of our international linkages. And this is Bob. He spent a week here in Pakistan and working with our women entrepreneurship programs. Uli came here for another week, and she stayed and worked and taught in the BBA, MBA programs. And then in 2015, Uli sent us an invitation, hey Shahid, why don't we do a summer school? And she was doing an international summer school in Bangkok. To Dr. Akbar, 10 IBA students were invited on very subsidized rates. And we went there with the condition that I had to teach there. So in 2015, we had this international summer school in Bangkok, and I got an opportunity to teach. There were like 200 students. And during those interactions, there were some German students here. And when they saw me speaking German, they asked me and my IBA students, why don't you do this in Pakistan? And we will be the first ones to come. And Dr. Saab, that laid the foundation of our further international linkages. And this is the hero of later on, Professor Hans. Professor Hans is the husband of Dr. Uli. So this husband and wife is the real heroes in helping us going international. And as in 2017, we won the IESS award for our best curriculum, we thought that we have something to share to the international world. And our curriculum was indigenized with local stories and the virtues of Iqbal. And we got an opportunity to present our model in the Academy of Management. So that gave us a courage that we have something which can offer to other people. And there's a reason that people shall visit IBA Karachi. So sir, we got an opportunity to present this model in Germany, France, in Dubai, Somalia, in Oman, in Malaysia, Bangkok, in Thailand, Sri Lanka. And that was the beginning. In 2015, sir, the first international summer school started. And these are our IBA students. These are CGP, sir. They are 2.3 CGP, 2.2 CGP students. But they are the founders of this international summer school. They're running their own businesses. They're almost millionaires. And Alhamdulillah, every year international people started coming. We were able to engage international faculty. And 2020, now we have online students participating from many places all over the world. Faisal bin Badr is a Pakistani IB. He came in here. He brought two students from here. So many people came from Thailand. We have some friends from Bangladesh, Nepal, Shanghai, Azerbaijan. Nazanin is from here. We have some friends from Russia, Namibia. Aina is from Namibia. So that's a very Luxembourg. So that is a very interesting learning which took place. And I was really thankful to all of my team who have been contributing, Dr. Saab. And would you like to show you a video, my team? Quick 3 minutes video, sir, and then it'll be
Yes,
over
sir.
to what we have been doing over the past 12 days. It was a lot of academic work, a lot of intellectual fun, excitement, and so on.
Okay, can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just a minute.
Yes, please. Okay, thank you very much. So, Dr. Saab, it was like 15 days of lot of excitement, lot of international faculty, students, tours, games. And I'm thankful to the team and to the IBA management and your leadership. And we have Mohsen Chandna Saab is the Additional Secretary for Finance from Islamabad, sir. He is our special guest with us today. And thank you, sir. Mohsen Saab, Jazakallah. He has been our visiting faculty as well. And now he is representing and doing a very important job in the federal capital. And we wish him the best. So, Dr. Saab, Dr. Zaidi Saab, over to you, sir. You have like as much time as you like. You are here to talk, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Shahid Qureshi. Mohsin Chandna Saab was in our seminar a few days ago, and he asked us very difficult questions. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to engage with him, and he suggested that the IBA economics faculty should discuss certain issues with the Ministry of Finance. So I think, Dr. Shahid Qureshi, you've got a very competent and authoritative chief guest. So colleagues, friends, participants, I have nothing to say. I'm a complete outsider. I've just been roped into this, and this is all Dr. Shahid Qureshi is doing. He is the genius behind this, and I use that word very generously and very carefully because I know I've been to his other programs as well. I've been asked to say a few words. He takes a lot of interest and he develops a program. He keeps cognizant of the needs of each participant and collectively. So I think he is the one who deserves great thanks and appreciation for doing this for many years. And we at the IBA support his work as much as we do, as we can, and encourage others to work with him and learn from him. So I can't add anything more than that, except that I just came at the end when Faisal from, I think, Australia, that's why he's wearing a winter jacket. I mean, you can tell that it's winter. Are you in Melbourne? Faisal, are you in Melbourne or where are you? Because it seems to be cold, and here we are in Karachi and it's 36 degrees. It's been raining. Where are you, Faisal?
I'm in Adelaide, sir, and
Adelaide.
It's around 7 degree or 8 degree.
Yeah. I can imagine. I mean, I can see you wearing a cold jacket, and I'm sure other people are. I mean, I saw the list of places where people come from, and all I can say is that I hope next time we do this, we do it in Karachi. I think it would be nice to get all of you here, or as many of you here. I know the future is a television screen, a laptop screen, but I think it's also good to have people come visit, see the IBA, spend time with us, with Dr. Shahid Qureshi, and we're all sort of getting a little restless now. Enough of the pandemic, enough of the lockdown, but I think this is a reality for some months to come. Once this is over, hopefully we'll have some real life events of this sort, maybe in other parts of the world. Dr. Shahid Qureshi is itching to travel again, but you know, he can't go anywhere. I am too, but we all want you to come. So just thank you for inviting me for this, for being here. And once again, I salute Dr. Shahid Qureshi, his efforts. I am a great admirer of his initiatives, and I'm in awe of what he does. So thank you for participating.
Sir, I don't think I will deserve anything, but I would just like to sort of introduce a few people, 2-3 in a second each. Parnmada is from Bangkok. She's from Chiang Mai. Can you unmute? Nazarene, can you unmute? Aina, she's from Namibia. So
can you raise your hand, or can you say something when Dr. Shahid Qureshi is identifying you, just so that I can see who you are?
Yeah. So Aina, would you like to say something to Dr. Zaidi and what you learned? How did you find IBA? How did you find IBA? Yeah. She's from Namibia.
Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, this has been a really amazing learning experience for me, and also a networking experience. The staff has been really friendly, and of course it's been something I haven't come across. So every time I attended a session, I was at the verge of just wanting to know more. So curiosity for entrepreneurship rose up within me during this session. So this was
Hey,
really
what do
for
you
me.
do?
I'm glad
What
I
do you
joined.
do?
I am
What
a
do you,
I am an international business student with a minor in trade at Stanford International University.
Nazarene, can you say a few words she is from Azerbaijan, sir. Azerbaijan. Nazarene Gulzada. She can speak Turkish and Persian a bit, and Russian. Yes.
Hobi Hanım.
Hi, all of you. I am from Azerbaijan. I'm Nazreen. About the course, about the program, generally we learned what we need about the entrepreneurship. All of the materials they was very clear. They was very like and one thing about that, we learned how we can identify all of the opportunities, how we can turn into to our business, how work in the business side. Yes. And,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sir, Parnmada is 17 years old. She just finished her O level and got into university, and she took this course from Chiang Mai. Parnmada.
Where is she? I can't see her.
Parnmada is just on top of you, sir. Parnmada, unmute yourself. Parnmada, can you talk? Yeah.
My name is Pan. Sawadee kha. I'm from Thailand, and I'm from the same university as Aina, Stanford International University. I would say thank you for this opportunities. At first, honestly, I was thinking if I take this course, I might have more work to do because I also have my university course that I have to do. But I would say finally at the end, I feel like this is very useful course, and I have really good feelings toward it. It's not only the course for learning, but it's also for create our creativities. We have got a lot of activities that it's not only work, it's like we have to cook, we have to do something like that, which is really fun to me. And I want to thank you teams and everyone, Mr. Sahid, every Ajan who've taught us. Ajan is me professor in Thailand, in Thai, yeah. And I want
Thank
to
you very much.
and to giving this
So
opportunity.
I would bring in some men, otherwise they will be angry. Dr. Saab, a great Christoph. We heard of great Alexander. So great Christoph is from Zimbabwe, if I remember. Christoph?
No. Yeah.
You're from Nigeria, yes, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So thank you very much. Great. And any IB student, anybody wants to say a few words? Ruta Panjwani or anybody, Shifa, anybody wants to say a few words? And and Dr. Zadi has to go, and then we will be requesting Mohsen Chandan Saab to.
Sir, I would like to say something like before.
Yes. Ibad and then Rutba, okay. Ibad.
I have been working on an idea of my for a startup for like past 6 months. The idea was in my head from the past 6 months. I was facing a lot of difficulties to implement it, to go ahead with it. But during this pandemic, after like when I got this summer courses, I got a little bit more time because there were no university courses. I started to work on it. Still, I was facing a lot of difficulties, a lot of challenges that I couldn't stand against. But after taking this course, I would be honest with you that a lot of things have been cleared in my mind. There was a cloudy image that was created on the road, but it's cleared. And I would tell you that I will be launching that thing, my startup, within a month. I have started producing the goods that I would be selling, and soon I will be going ahead with it. And this course has literally helped me, something that no other IBA course has taught me to do. It's like the things I have learned the thing that I could implement in my career, like the things that I could practically examine, practically practice.
So, thank you very much. We have less time about Rutba, the final one. Rutba Panjwani, she belongs to Memon community, and the course is Memon Pan. So I hope she could relate it to. Yes.
Sir, I think it was a great learning experience. There was more of the practical stuff, and I think that IBA should have more courses like these. And yeah, that's it.
Great. So thank you very much, Rutba. Caetano from Canada is there. So Dr. Saab, it was, we're really thankful to you. I don't want to take more of your time. You have much.
No, thank you, thank you, Dr. Shahid Qureshi, and I wish I could have spent more time. I mean, I think I've missed out
Next
on
time,
something.
sir. Next time we'll be engaging more, sir. Inshallah.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Shahid.
much.
Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
So,
much, sir.
Janab, so we'll be moving towards our next guest, chief guest, that is Mohsen Channa Saab. And Mohsen Channa is working very close to the Prime Minister, and he's trying to help Pakistan in various ways. Mohsen Saab, once again, I'm thankful to you, and I'm thankful to Amna. Amna is, he's the father of Amna, one of our key, mashallah, discovery. She was my student in the MBA program, and then I never knew that what a potential she had. And then I asked her to come into the Kids Entrepreneurship Program, and mashallah, she has done wonders. So I have been hearing you, Mohsen Saab, but unfortunately we couldn't meet. Sir, our model is different than the economist's model. Whatever IBA teaches, I hope Amna would have told you, we teach the opposite way. The MBA programs teach that come up with a strategy, raise money, and do a lot of planning. And we say that we believe in mem and pan, making enough money out of nothing. How to create a world in the terms of Iqbal, apni duniya aap paida kar agar zindon mein hai. If you are alive, then do something creative, and everybody is blessed, bestowed with something. So Mohsen Saab, this is the model which I did my PhD in Germany, and we have been working and learning. And we got the enforcements from Iqbal and Saraswati from United States. And it has proven to be very interesting. And I don't deny the MBA learnings, but I say that if it can be reinforced and integrated together, we can do many things together. A quick case study, Mohsen Saab, in Vietnam, they were suffering from child malnutrition, and they were looking for grants and funding from European Union. And whenever they used to get a 30, 40, $20 million aid, all that money was spent in economic surveys and tests, and the money used to go waste. So one day, a very interesting person in Vietnam, in Denmark, he said, this is not the right way to, so why don't we do a different way? So he came with his wife, and he stayed in a village for 2-3 months with Vietnamese. And you know, Mohsen Saab, the report which was given by economists was that the problem of malnutrition is that there's lack of education, there's lack of water, there's lack of sanitation, and lack of roads. That is the reason for this problem. So when that crazy person lived there for 2 months, he found that none of them was a problem. The problem was that the mothers did not wash hands, and the mothers were not putting enough shrimp in the food, and some of them mother were giving 2 times a day, and if they could do it 4 times. So Mohsen Saab, this is what we call effectuation. So as a senior member of the government of Pakistan, I think it's a great opportunity for us to listen from you that what do you expect from universities and what kind of future generation you are looking for. Over to you, sir.
Shahid Saab, thanks for inviting me. I must say one thing, that MBA degree is primarily not for doing job. It is basically managing business, and you are master of business, and your primary focus should be on doing something on your own, which you are doing, which you are trying to teach to the students. So if you say that after MBA you will go to a bank and you will work, or you will go to some multinational or some consumer FMCG company and you will start working, you are missing the spirit of the program. The spirit of the program is that you work. I'll give you just one example. In Lahore, a friend of mine started an IQ program. And this is something similar to what you are saying. And the IQ is innovate, initiate, and implement. So the moment you innovate, initiate, and implement, you are going to do what Shahid Qureshi Saab is trying to tell you. And this is the spirit. I think the best application of an MBA program is in these programs, the entrepreneurship development programs, and I hope you people learned something. I was very impressed when the one of the speakers was saying that he's going to start his own startup company. Brilliant. A lot of IBA students, I keep getting emails from the alumni forum. A lot of people are doing their own businesses at different levels. 2019, I was teaching organizational behavior and leadership OBL, and one of my students, Juhi Chawla, was she was doing a small export business on her own, and she had set up, and mashallah, she was doing very well. So I'm sure you will benefit from this program, and you will come up with bright, new, untested ideas, uncharted territories, and you will be able to do something on your own. With that, thank you very much, Shahid Qureshi Sahab. I'm really grateful. And anytime you need my help, I will be there. Thank you.
So we are so thankful and grateful, and we're happy and excited. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and give you a lot of wisdom and help to help Pakistan. Bahut shukriya, sir, and
bye-bye. Thank you.
Jazakallah for your kind time.
Thank you.
Bahut shukriya for your respectable time. Now back to our and so we don't want to take much time, and Janab Zaris Sahaba and Asghar Azmi, what next? Hans, I wanted to hear some few words from Hans as well, because we have been listening to each other for the past 3 weeks, and it's almost time to depart. And of course, it will be a bit sad to leave, but I remain keep ensured that inshallah, may Allah may God give us life, and we are alive, then we are here, inshallah. We are here, and this is the lifelong relationship. Is it, Hans? This is a lifelong. What I don't believe in a hit and touch teacher-student relationship. No. Whenever I'm alive, you just pop in, write an email, tell me your case study, become my guest speaker. A time will come when I will be teaching case study of Farmada, Nazarin Gulzada. I'll be teaching cases of Faisal bin Badr, Sand Shohera, Sajwar. Amna will be a future IBA professor sometimes, inshallah. And we will be retiring, and the young people will be taking over. And there will be many IBA CEDs all over the globe, in Namibia, in Africa, in Canada. And Rutba may be a woman CEO running a big company, maybe somehow helping thousands of people. One never knows where will you go, to Kenya maybe, Timbuktu, Kenya, Africa. One never knows. Hans, did you think you will go to Bangkok when you were 30 years old? Could you imagine?
Yeah, that was because that was the story that we felt in love. My sister was for 8 years in Hong Kong, and she called me and said, "Why don't you pay a visit to me?" And I said, "Because you're in Asia, I'm not interested in Asia." And then she said, "Well, but you can visit your sister." I did, and on our way back, we stopped in Bangkok for 2 weeks, in Chiang Mai and Bangkok. We fell in love. And we were 24 years, and my later wife, Uli, said to me in the airplane, "I have to say you something. I think this is the country I want to live in." And I said, "That's what I want to say you." We just fell in love. So we love Thailand, we love the Thai people, we love the Thai food, and we know our way around. And then we met. And then we got to know Pakistan a little bit. And we fell in love with Pakistan. So that's how it is. Travel the world, and partir c'est toujours un peu mourir. It's always sad to leave, but happy to meet, sorry to part, and happy to meet again.
Great. So Nazarene is inviting me to come over to Azerbaijan. Wow. So, and open a center there. So wonderful. Thank you very much. And I live, and it was my dream. Asghar Azmi, you know what was my dream? To go to Azerbaijan, to go to Central Asia this time. So at least yes. It has started. It has started, and Nazarene will be working as together. And inshallah. And once again, my dear friends, the purpose was to help each other discover ourselves and to make this world a better place. And when we leave this world, leave it as a great legacy, and as a believer of whichever religion you are, And as a Muslim, and my belief is that our Prophet said, Khairun nas man yanfa'un nas. The best amongst you is the one who is caring for others. The best amongst you is the one who helps others. And in Quran, the God says, وَمَنْ أَحْيَاهَا, anybody who helped somebody, anybody who helped somebody in terms of knowledge, motivation, wisdom, he did not help one person. Shifa, he helped the whole humanity. So the purpose of this course was to kindle that light and to make everyone, Aina, Christoph, and everybody, Shuhera, to come up with that thought that I'm not selfish, I'm not here for my players, I'm not here for my own victory. I want to make this whole human beings win. We are living in a global world. So I'm so thankful and indebted. So my team, Azad Ahmed is here, Asghar Azmi is here, Abdullah, and the women team in particular, Zarish, Amna, and they have been working so hard. And a lot of other people, Talha is there, Rao Israr is there. And hence we need to think that if we can, we borrowed you, we copied you, and we are your students, we are your kids. So parents have to take care of their kids. And I salute you that as a parent, you took care of us. You helped us as a senior person, as a kind person, as a person who has seen the ups and downs of life. And I think you were so loving and caring with us. So we started doing 2 times this school. We have the summer school and the winter school. So I will be open for any ideas from all of the class. So you become the ambassadors, you become the guest speakers. Nazarene, you take one module. Oh wow, you have the cap. So the graduation cap. And so my participant Aina, she takes the module in the winter semester. Why don't you teach 1 hour? So I want you to come forward and connect with your communities. And if there's anything good in this course, I would encourage you to connect us with your faculty, your universities in your countries. We can train them, they can do it themselves. We don't want to make money. We just want to make it sustainable. So if somebody is interested in doing this in Azerbaijan, in Thailand, in Chiang Mai, and Hans, are you ready, Hans? Are we ready to help them, sir?
We are ready to do so.
We are ready to do so and help the youth, and we want each one of you to be. So Asghar Azmi, can you say a few words? Zarvish, can you say a few words? Azad, can you say a few words? Please. Asghar Azmi, the man behind the scene. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir.
I
I appreciate
yes.
The students who joined on time, especially Isha and Tawab Rashid, and it was a great journey. This is the first time I took classes from Dr. Shahid as well, so I learned a lot as well from his lectures, and I'm thankful to the international faculty for joining us. It was a great experience working day and night. You must have seen us, all team members, giving you feedback, returning your calls, returning your messages every time you sent something to us, and it was a great experience.
I would like to appreciate
I think the video says it all. We have
I
worked.
join my hands to clap for Asghar Azmi, and he has been working day and night and hard. May God bless you, Asghar, and keep on doing the good work. And we have to keep sure that all this group remains intact. You know, Aina, our groups remain intact for years, for 10 years, 5 years. And we take care. We keep on inviting them for guest speaker sessions. We don't forget them. And Hans knows that. And we keep on remembering and reminding and saying hello and birthdays and many new business opportunities, Imad, can emerge out of this. Okay? And Zarish, would you like to say a few words?
Yes,
Amna,
sir.
you too. Okay. Yeah, Zarish
So
Sahaba.
it was a really great experience for me as well, being with all of you who has joined us from different part of the world, and Also, I really appreciate those students who participated a lot in during these sessions and make this session more energetic, especially Uzair, Daud, Shifa, and Parmada. These are the people who ask like difficult questions and who enhance our knowledge as well. And I also want to say that do spread the knowledge which you have gained during this course, and to your siblings and your friends around you who were not able to take the course, or they can join our winter summer course. So yeah, don't
That'll
stop
be
the
good.
knowledge at your own end, only spread it.
आमना साहबा आमना जी आमना ने भी जो पढ़ाया था इस वक्त तो I can ask her जी.
Thank you so much, sir. Hi, everyone. I just want to say thank you so much for being here. This was my first time working with the CED, and I have to tell you, it's been a wonderfully fulfilling summer. First the teens program, then kids, and now with you guys. It was extremely rewarding to be able to be a part of your learning curve and your journey on this program. And I really hope that you do something about the different things that you've learned in this and apply them in your real life as well. Thank you. Take care.
माशाल्लाह जी. Mariam Ambas साहबा आपको नजर नहीं आ रही हैं आप? You want to say a few things? These people, Mariam, Pan, and वो आज कुछ हमारे बंदे नजर नहीं आ रहे. They were the one who made me work hard actually. Uzair is there. Wow, Uzair, you did a great job. Uzair, yaar, you should say something, man. Camera आगे करें अपनी. Sir, you should.
Thank you,
Usama
sir.
Tariq from Faisalabad. Yes, he made me. Nazreen was very attentive, mashallah.
You should see Nazreen as well.
Thank you, sir. Sir, it
She's
was
wearing
an
a
amazing.
graduation hat as well.
Ji, mashallah. Ji, ji.
Sir, it was an amazing journey throughout, alhamdulillah. And before this course started, I was basically having I had a course for learning the private product launch at Amazon.com. So here it is. By the end of this course, I am announcing the startup, my own launch of my own startup at Amazon.com. Thank you very much.
Oh, mashallah, great. So it's a great news. Shifa was also very particular, very regular. And Shifa, you have said some things? No, maybe you can add few words. Shifa, Mariam, few words of encouragement. We will be happy, and Zarish will be happy, and then we'll go to Faisalabad as well from Usama. Yes. Shifa.
Hello. Okay, so it was a really great experience, and it was more of a practical course than than a theoretical course, because mostly IBA courses are more of a learning basis, learning book or like theories, etc. But this course really helped me see things differently.
MashaAllah. So you will give Zarish and Asghar 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 or
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Ji, Mariam Abbas Sahaba, MashaAllah. Very meticulous, MashaAllah. जी बताइए Mariam Sahaba. Quickly, computer science को मैं नुमाइंदगी दे रहा हूँ जी.
So I learned a lot, basically, because in my 4 years at IB, I was always studying about computer sciences and everything, and this course was whole different from that. So it was a very good experience, and now I can actually think of starting my own business as well.
So माशाल्लाह आपको मुबारक हो, आपका बीबी हो गया. क्या ख्याल है शुहरा साहब, इनके बीबी है, इनको डिक्लेयर कर दें? हम कहते थे ना एक जरदारी सब पे भारी. Do you believe in my statement now, मुर्तजा साहब? मैंने कहा था ना शुरू में एक जरदारी सब पे भारी. Was it right? या exaggerative था कि गुजारा हो जाएगा स्टेटमेंट, चल जाएगी?
नहीं सर, आप सही कह रहे हैं, because मैं भी ये सोचता था कि सर, I used to believe that in IBA there are a lot of courses which focus on your hard skills, and everything is related to corporate world, and there's so few courses which focus on entrepreneurship. So a year back, I was talking to a teacher from CED. So I asked him how many people after graduating from IBA turned to do their own business. And he said hardly less than 2%. And that made me so sad that we pay so much and we end up working for someone else and we don't even pursue entrepreneurship. And that's in Pakistan less than 2%, sir, from IBA.
Great.
So I believe that the concepts of infatuation that I learned from here, and they were really useful and they really changed my mindset.
Great. Thank you very much. We're going to Shifa. Have you spoken? Yes, she has spoken. Yes. Usama from Faisalabad. Usama Saab, Janab.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Ji, Usama.
Sir, it was a great experience for me, and I will thank for you and your whole team for making this course wonderful. And uh, from this course, I learned that from small things, and the bird in hand theory was very good for me in starting up my own business. Or
MashaAllah. So Osama is planning to start his own company, inshallah, very soon. And Shuhera, you want to say a few words? Shuhera Saiba? Yeah. And
So I
that
just want
maybe...
to appreciate everyone that all of the hard work and everything, we messaged them at very odd times because due to problems, and they replied, like all the CD was there. They replied on time. The course was really interactive, learned a lot.
Great.
So thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Jazakallah. Ahsan Rashid and Sajwa are the last ones before we finish. Ahsan Rashid, please. मैं तारीफ नहीं कराना चाह रहा, ये ज़रा feedback भी मिल जाती और Asghar Azmi, Zarish, they feel happy because they've been spending so much time. Ji.
Definitely, sir. I would just like to take this opportunity to thank you and the CD team, and especially Asghar Sahab and Zairish and Amna, because Amna was my cluster head as well, and I was constantly in touch with Asghar Sahab. They were quite helpful and understanding, and I would just like to thank them for helping me out throughout this 2 weeks course. Without them, I think it wouldn't be possible for me
Great.
to
Thank you very much. Jazakallah.
Thank you so much.
And Haziq and Sajwar both are left. Sajwar.
So this was an amazing course. I'd like to thank Sir Azkar and CD team. They were constantly available. Sir Azkar was replying to all the text. He was constantly available and helping. And I'd like to
Mashallah,
thank
look at
you
the response
as well.
rate. If you message at 12 p.m. and then at 12:05 you will reply in many cases.
Yes,
Haziq
sir.
साहब आप बहुत मुस्कुराते हैं, अल्लाह ताला आपको और मुस्कुराने की तौफीक दे यार, माशाल्लाह जी. Please. Haziq was very high energy as well.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So overall, this was an amazing course, and I've learned a lot of things. And really, the CD team helped a lot, especially Asghar Bhai and Afreen, Miss Afreen. So like they just if I had any query, I just messaged them and they responded at a very quickly. So
Did you unlearn something? Did you unlearn something during the course? चले लंबा हो जाएगा, ज़ाहिर है पहले अनलर्निंग भी हो रही थी, ये बात से फिर लर्निंग भी हुई. So because we are running out of time once again, my dear friends, Faisal bin Badr, thank you very much for your time, and please convey my salam to your kids, your family, and his daughter attended our teen entrepreneurship program. And once again, it was a great blessing of God Almighty which made it possible. And if there's any good, it is due to these people and the blessing of God. And if there's anything bad which happened, it was due to me. So I take that responsibility and ask and seek any forgiveness from all of you, that please forgive us, and may God give us the opportunity to do something better in future. And stay tuned, and we're looking forward to a lot of people. And the IB people, maybe we can arrange a high tea for you once the campus opens. Asghar Azmi will be in touch.
Yes, sir,
And
definitely.
then winter summer school will be, for the IB students, I would say that the IB CD is open for you. Talha is there, Azad is there. You're welcome to come anytime. You are welcome to take any internships. You're welcome to be our ambassadors. You're welcome to get placed in incubation. Whenever you need something, you just come in and pop in. The first floor is yours, and our team is yours, and we value you. Lifelong partnership will be there, and if you need any support, we'll be there. Okay. So grading will be done by the team will be doing. So Zarish is very important. So keep on saying hello to her, and
Yes,
hi
sir.
to her. She's the one who's taking care of the grades. And she will be, inshallah, you can expect good grades, and your smile will tell you that how good grades you can get. So, and because we believe in people development, and we want everyone to grow, and I hope things happen better. So the winter school will take place, and the next summer will. Anybody who wants to contribute and share, we're welcome to their ideas. So hence, that's it from my side. Is it okay to say goodbye?
It is, just a second, it is.
Can we play
It
the
is
video
to
again?
say goodbye, to say happy to meet, sorry to
Close.
part, happy to meet again. Sawadee krap.
Okay. Thank you very much, and Sawadika. Wish you best of luck. Mohammed C1, if Furqan Heather, I couldn't get the time to contact you, but thank you very much. So there's a question I wanted to ask everyone. You said Sabah, what does it mean? Sabah, what does it, did I say that word? Maybe I said something else. And she sounded like her. मैंने कुछ कहा है सर?
Might be.
Sabah.
Sabah means wind.
Sabah means wind, but maybe I said something else.
Sir, I think she means Sahiba. She means
Sahiba,
Sahiba.
okay. Oh, Sahiba. Sahiba means in Turkish when we say an elder sister, or when we respect women in Deutsch we say Z. In Pakistan we say Baji, Sahiba. So Nazarene, Sahiba. Can anybody let me write? Sahiba means ma'am, Nazarene. So out of respect. This is the word in Urdu, Sahiba.
Yes.
So all of them are the Sahibas. Aina Sahiba is there. And so say my regards to your parents, your family members, and tell them that there's somebody in Pakistan who is saying greetings to them. And we will be, I tell you, I'm serious. If anybody wants to come, he can be our guest. We can offer him a place to stay at our IBA campus, and food will be our responsibility. We will take care of the food. So Nazarene, you need to plan in the next 7-8 months when things get fine. So you can come over with your grandma even. Huda Gori will be taking care. Oh, Huda, I missed your comment. Huda, please say something. Huda Sahaba.
About this course?
Whatever
about
you
this
like.
course?
Whatever
Yeah,
you
this
like.
course was something different from any other course. I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm sorry my net just got disconnected
But
before, so I couldn't
आपके घर
listen.
वाले भी खुश हैं? Did your family,
Yes,
your parents find a
yeah,
good change in you?
yeah. My father is so happy. Like he was already happy when he knew the name. He got to know the name about this course. So he was already happy. Yeah.
इन दो से भी ले लें. फुरकान से आपने कैमरा ऑन किया हुआ. फुरकान भाई और मोहम्मद, फुरकान साहब आप भी कुछ कह दें जी, क्योंकि फिर आप
Sir, I
नाराज
want to
ना हो
thank
जाएं.
Naini, sir, I want to thank everyone and especially the CD team and to you for being available to us at all times and providing us the opportunity to understand entrepreneurship in depth. I wasn't interested at first, but then I got really interested in entrepreneurship and started working on some ideas. So thank you everyone for this opportunity.
C1 मोहम्मद साहब, आपका पूरा नाम मुझे नजर नहीं आ रहा, तो आप भी कुछ हमारा शुक्रिया अदा कर दें जाते जाते.
Yes, sir, it was a very different experience for us. It helped me start my own startup, and I'm planning on discussing with you. I'll be discussing with you for my startup.
Thank you very much, Katiano Gali. Wish you the best. I hope you have a great breakfast in Bangkok today. And lot of thanks to, Isha, the last one. Isha Saiba, जो दिल में आ रहा है ना वो कह दें बस. आप दुखी, आप उदास हो रही हैं इनको छोड़कर? Are you feeling sad?
Of course, sir. So it was a great and it was a wonderful
Loud, a
course.
bit loud. Okay.
So it was a wonderful course. I learned a lot. It was a great experience, and thank you, sir, and CED team.
MashaAllah. So wish you best and stay connected. Thank you very much. May God bless all.
Sir, Hans wants to play the video that we showed again in that last. So should I
Okay,
play,
yes,
sir?
please do it.
Okay.
And you can, and people who are busy, they can leave as the video ends. Sound laga dena, sound. Sound, please. Can you do it again? So those people who have appointments and commitments, they can leave as the video finishes. And
Can I share,
hands,
Naseem sir?
hands Zindabad. Hands Zindabad means hands the great. Hands Zabardast. Hands Super.
Asghar sir, should I share?
जी करें करेंगे.
No, he's.
Is it showing?
Yes, yes.
Oh, you do it, please. Zareen,
Okay,
can
I'm
you?
doing.
Okay.
Yes, 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 I'm doing. Just a minute. Sorry, just a minute. Yes.
And her team, Fatma, Javeria, Abdullah, Misbah, Asghar, Nimi, and a lot of unsung heroes. And a lot of unsung heroes who were there. So this video will be, can you share this video to all the participants? Zadish and Asghar,
I
so that,
already uploaded.
so once
Uploaded on the
again,
YouTube.
thank you very much. May God bless you. Stay blessed and a lot of prayers and thank you very much. Jazakumullah. And so see you later, inshallah. I'd say my greetings to Uli and thank you very much. Jazakumullah.
Thank you.
Thank you.